All right, everyone, what's up? We're back.
So
Friday,
number 28
episode
today.
number 28.
Number 28.
Consistently uploading.
Mondays and Fridays, except
Well,
Tuesdays sometimes.
sometimes Tuesdays when we're busy,
Sometimes.
right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah.
This one will be a smaller. What's it called again? Not a lengthy episode. Yeah.
Not just a shorter
shorter
video.
Yeah, that's the word. Yeah,
but
short.
I want to get into something as well. You see, I got the house jersey back there. Just want to talk about the Canadian division in the NHL that could potentially be there.
Okay.
It's had a little bit of disagreements last night, bro.
We did.
I'm telling you.
With their friends.
It's just getting annoying, fam.
Yeah, it is getting annoying. Before that, the NHL announced. Well,
all right, let's get into our topics. Just a couple. So we'll start off with the NHL.
So Pierre LeBron, I think, or another guy from TSN, they reported that the NHL might start the 15th or 16th, and I want to say the Hurricanes, the PNC Arena. I forget what that is.
Teams also wanted to
want to play outdoors.
I think it was the Bruins and Penguins too.
Bruins, Penguins,
Kings.
Ducks, and Kings. Yeah.
Who cares about the Ducks and Kings?
I know, like who cares? But so it might start the 15th, which it makes sense because January 1st is not realistic. It just isn't. So I don't think it's going to start the 15th. I'm sure it might 11th and a month and 4 days, a month and 11 days is what I meant. But dude, 15th really? I thought maybe February 1st. Or
I know. Can the NHL just BOP and start the season on?
I know. Come on.
The NBA starting. The NBA starting in less than a month. How long? Actually, 16 days. No, not 16 days. How many days?
Did it start 22nd?
22nd. 18. Wow. Like that, bro.
3 weeks.
Can the NHL just start already? I'm waiting for the Habs to win the Stanley Cup right now.
Okay, that's not okay.
It's realistic, bro. I don't care.
No, it's not.
I don't care. It's realistic.
No, it's not. But the 15th might be a start date, which I'm glad because it might. Because I kind of need to watch the league.
The shitty thing is we're not going to be in school. We're going to be in school while this is happening. Can't it just start while we're in break?
I know, yeah, that is true. But you know what? It's fine. I'll take the hockey. Yeah.
One more. I got another thing. Found out a couple days ago that the Rangers won't let Alexis Lafreniere play in the World Juniors.
The Devils won't let Jack Hughes play for the American squad.
Yeah. So kind of desperate from the Rangers, in my opinion.
Yeah, they kind of need it. Is Quentin Byfield going to play?
Yeah, I think they'll let him play.
Okay.
But it's kind of desperate from the Rangers and Devils because these guys are just developing, and you're just going to
Well, they don't want to get hurt.
They want to. They're playing for their country. They can miss a couple regular season games. And they haven't even come with an official start date yet. So does it really matter?
I know. But what happens if they sustain an injury?
What if they get injured though? That's my question. It makes sense, but I don't know. I'm not a fan.
I'll say it right now. I think Canada wins the World Juniors, not just because.
I'm saying that because I'm Canadian. I don't care.
Well,
the best hockey comes out of Canada. I'm telling you.
Well, we haven't won a cup in since 1993. But most of the American teams have Canadian players on them. So
think about that. Okay, that's another thing.
But I think Canada wins the World Juniors. I think they have more depth, better players on there. Now, I hate to say it because Nick Robertson is going to play for the American squad, so I hate to go against my Leafs. But I kind of think on paper the Leafs with with the Canadian team, the Leafs, Kirby Doc's on there. I can't even think of the other guys' names, but I think they're just more. They just have better depth up the middle and all around instead of the Americans. So I think Canada will win, but sometimes
I think so as well. These guys that they're bringing for this tournament are going to be really good. They're young players, pretty much prospects and current NHLs, you could say.
Yeah.
Quentin Byfield's going to be playing. I wish Lafreniere would be playing because he would have. I feel changed their because he was probably one of the main reasons why they won last year. He got injured, comes back, scores a couple goals, and they win against Russia. 7-4. What a beautiful day that was. Literally earlier this year. This was earlier this year.
Yeah, it was earlier this year. Yeah.
Think about that. It was earlier this year.
That's crazy.
We love to see that. We love to see Canada win.
Yeah, but I forgot what I was going to say. But yeah, let's go to the other topic. Do you want to go into do you want to talk about the Canadian division if it's going to happen?
I want to all right, this is what.
Okay.
Just get into this.
Yeah.
So, I'm talking to some people, they think that So I know a lot of people that think Montreal's not going to do that well. I got the jersey right there. You know, it's my favorite team. Got to support Montreal there. There's no way they're coming sixth place. They're not coming bottom five. I'm just saying. I feel like out of the seven teams, they did the third. I think they were like probably the top three of them, like top three of the teams. Habs, Sens, and Leafs were the teams that actually did more to benefit their team, in my opinion. The Senators benefited their team a lot. The Leafs benefited their team with veterans, and the Habs fixed their goal-scoring problem, in my opinion, because Suzuki, again, 20 goals last year as a rookie, going to develop this year, especially because he's going to have Tyler Toffoli, who's technically in his prime, who can also put over 20 goals and 20 pucks in that. It may be Josh Anderson. You know, people make fun of him for that, but you know what? Like, it's a possibility that this guy can also put in maybe 50 plus goals.
Maybe.
Maybe if he's healthy and he plays most of his games, and Kotkaniemi as well. He can also put the puck in the net. And we like those centers, bro.
We like those centers.
We got Tatar as well. Tatar can put the puck in the net.
Yeah.
Probably got one of the best set of hands on the team. So and we actually have some left defense now. We have Alexander Romanov as a prospect who can play the left side defense. And we got Yoel Edmondson, not the best defenseman, but he can definitely fill the hole that the Habs didn't have because he's a big defenseman. He's like 6'5", so we take those, right? You know what I mean? And we fixed our backup goaling issue, so Carey Price doesn't have to play every single game. You know, because with a shortened season, Carey Price doesn't have to play as much. Because if he had Charlie Lindgren, he'd have to play a lot more, and he'd be playing tired. But since we got Jake Allen, fixed our issue.
Our friend said they're going to come sixth in the Canadian division if there is one, which I highly disagree. Now, again, you know I hate backing up the Habs, but I have to. That makes absolutely no sense. I don't get how they're worse than the Jets, who defense is absolutely garbage. They get saved by Hellebuck. Their offense is good. But when I compare the Jets to the Habs right now, I would rather take Price and Allen instead of Hellebuck and Brossoit. Brossoit's like their back, Lauren Brossoit. So I think the Habs will be better than the Jets. I would take the Habs over the Canucks right now.
Yeah.
Better goaltending. Holtby last year was shaky. He was not good. I would take the Habs over the Canucks. Habs and Flames, that could go either way. Yeah, that could go either way.
Like I could see Habs going first, second, third, or fourth. Nothing below fourth, in my opinion.
Yeah, personally, I think the Leafs will win the Canadian division. You have a different opinion on that.
I mean, so let me give my prediction here. Leafs and Oilers, one of them is being first. That's not a question.
Yeah.
I might be leaning towards the Oilers if McDavid and Draisaitl are healthy. If they're healthy and they play the full season, dude, come on. They're going to come first. McDavid, probably arguably the best player in some eyes, like yourself, don't think so. But they also have Draisaitl, who in a shortened season put up 110 points.
Okay, he could probably put up like 80 points in a 50-game season. Probably 80 points.
Which is good, which is very good.
Okay.
So yeah, I got the Leafs. I can see the Leafs and the Oilers being first and second. Third is Calgary or the Habs. It's like those four teams I think are going to be the best teams.
Yeah.
In my opinion. And then like fifth, I can see the Jets, sixth Canucks, and seventh the Senators. I'm sorry for Sens fans. You didn't know this year, but a rebuild does not take that long. And the team has no chemistry yet because they haven't played together.
That is true.
Because we're all draft picks.
Yeah. For my prediction, I would go Leafs 1. I would take their goaltending over the Edmonton Oilers. I would take their defense over the Edmonton Oilers because Klefbom is probably out for the season, and their best defenseman is Tyson Barrie, who is not a defensive defenseman.
Yeah.
So I would take the Leafs. Yeah, I know. So I would rather take the Leafs over the Oilers in the defensive department. Now, offensively, you could go either way. You could be like, okay, they got Draisaitl and McDavid, right? Sure. They got those two. Now, when you look at the wings, who do they have? Nugent Hopkins, okay. They got Kyler Yamamoto, okay. I think they got Craig Smith from Nashville, okay. So their top six is decent.
Don't they have Kyle Turris as well?
I want to say they do, but he hasn't been great like for the past 2 years. Okay, so their top six is fine, right? But when I look over to the Leafs, I feel like there's two superstars right there, right? Matthews, you could say, is a superstar, right? let's be honest. Like, Matthews is a superstar. Like, sorry. Mitch Marner is a superstar in the making. He's not one yet, okay?
Hang on, before you guys think about this. Is Matthews the best American player in the NHL right now? Think about it. You think he's the best American hockey player in the National Hockey League?
No.
Who do you think's better?
I think Patrick Kane is slightly better still. I think Patrick Kane is slightly better still.
You can argue with that. You can argue with that.
Not a lot.
You can argue with that slightly because I mean Matthews is not even in his prime yet. So.
Yeah, he's like 22, so he's still got room to grow, and he's defensively so. So yeah, but like when you compare the Leafs and the Oilers offense, you can say that they're technically the same because like they still produce high amount of goals anyways, like both offenses. Like they're still powerhouses on the power play and 5-on-5 anyways. So it's like I don't know. I would take the Leafs 1, Oilers 2, Habs 3, Flames 4, Canucks 5, Jets 6. The Jets don't impress me, and then the Sens 7. Because the Canucks got worse.
I'd honestly rather have a Canadian division so we can see more like Leafs and Habs games. We can see more like Oilers and Flames games.
Well, yeah, I can't wait to watch the Leafs take like 6 out of 7 against the Habs. So.
I mean, they couldn't take 3 out of the Habs.
Okay, well, you guys could have beat Detroit like 4 times last year.
Who cares about that? We beat the Leafs. We beat the Leafs, bro. I don't care.
So don't care.
We beat Toronto. It's fine. It's fine. Who cares? Still made it further in the playoffs.
Okay,
it worked in the end. And
there was no bubble. You went up in the playoffs.
Suzuki was Crosby's father. End of story. Okay.
Okay.
End of story. Okay.
Sure.
All right. I think that's it for the NHL. We're gonna move on to probably our final topics because
there
wasn't really that much. Big Lakers news.
Yeah.
LeBron resigns. AD resigns. For AD got a max contract. LeBron signed for 2 more years.
I think it's like $40 million per year. It's like insane.
Probably for the best player in the national basketball.
Yeah, I think he still is.
It makes sense. But the AD one though, LeBron could be retired or he could be gone when AD's still on the team because AD signed a max contract, so he's there for another 5 years. Yikes. So it's scary good, but why couldn't the Raptors have that, you know?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I know. Like I don't know why they couldn't offer him. I like AD deserves it. I'm not gonna hate on the contract. He deserves.
Oh, he deserves it. Yeah, and he's still young. And he's like 25, isn't he?
Is he? No.
He's young. I know he's young.
No. True. Is he?
How old is he? I don't think he's that old.
He's like 25. What? Oh, hold on. Look up somebody else. Oh, he's only 27.
Oh, see? Look at that. He's only 27.
LeBron's 35. But like,
I mean, I was pretty close. Like, I was pretty close.
Yeah.
But that's still, again, he's going to be there when he's like 32 or 33.
32.
Like,
LeBron is going to be there until he's like, what, 37? Because he's 35 now, another 2 years.
I don't know. LeBron could. I don't know. He might just stay with the Lakers and re-sign like another.
I think so. He might just retire as a Laker.
Re-sign like 2 more 1-year deals or some shit like that.
Yeah.
He'll be on the team for. I think that's his last team. I don't think maybe he wants to go back. I don't think maybe he goes back to Cleveland for 1 year, but I don't expect that.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think he goes back to Cleveland. He'll be no. It just wouldn't look good. Like really, the 3rd time in Cleveland is like, come on. I think he retires as a Laker. I think for salute to Kobe also, because like Kobe and him were great friends, right? So I think him retiring as a Laker would like be just fantastic, because like Kobe died, Laker, Magic Johnson, Shaq,
LeBron could be one of the greats, probably one of the greatest Lakers of all time, you could say, because he brought them a championship in their 2nd year, I think.
Second year, yeah. Stephen A. Smith said I think a 3-peat, which I don't totally disagree.
Oh no, their team is mad right now.
It's fantastic. This is why I'm losing hope in the Raptors. Now, again, the Raptors are my favorite team, but I'm losing hope. Like, they're watching other teams do well in the offseason, right? They're signing big-name free agents, Montrezl Harrell, Schroeder. They get KCP like $40 million, but they got the Atlanta Hawks, like, proving out, like, they're actually a playoff team next year. Like, the Houston Rockets are, like, I think are now actually a playoff team now, which we will get to later on. Like, the Brooklyn Nets are going to get healthy. The Golden State Warriors are going to get healthy. The Raptors are not proving to me that they want to win. They have not proven to me enough in the offseason that they're actually fighting for a playoff spot. I meant for a championship spot. Right now, it looks to me that they're fighting for a playoff spot because they have not upgraded significantly anywhere. Sure, they re-signed Fred VanVleet, right? They re-signed Chris Boucher. But their center, like, they've got, okay, Aaron Baines, who's kind of underrated, okay, and Len, and DeAndre Henry. But it's like, those, like, sure, depth is OP. Depth equals OP.
You gotta look for it's. They're looking into the future, but what about the present, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like
they just came off. Like think about it. It wasn't that they won like a year ago. Like it wasn't even that long ago. And that speaking of this, all these late like the AD and LeBron get signed. We had a little. Some people were saying that why can't they there was an opinion that Giannis could have gone to the Heat, right? But people are saying no. They just extended Bam to a max contract. Did you see the Lakers extend?
Yeah, I know. That's what I said.
Like they signed LeBron and AD, probably top 10 players in the league for sure. LeBron's the best.
$40 million.
Exactly.
He could sign Giannis. Let's be honest.
And then Giannis could go. Like it wouldn't be shocking to see Giannis go to the Heat. Like and Giannis even said it doesn't matter if he's playing with LeBron and AD. If he's on the late, he just wants to win.
Yeah.
Like, who cares? Like, you could be a star and make all the money you want, but he just wants to win. Like, that's what I like about him. He's dedicated to this sport, and he wants to win no matter in what condition. Like, if he's on a crap team, he wants to stay there and just get them a ring. You know what I mean? And if he's with some people who have experience winning, I think it'll help for sure.
Yeah. I think so. Back to the Raptors. You know what I think they're going to try and do here? I think they'll be a mediocre team that will make the playoffs, right? They'll make the playoffs. I don't see them not making the playoffs.
I could see them going fifth or sixth.
Yeah, middling Eastern Conference. I think they'll make the playoffs, not go very far, maybe like a second round exit. Second round. Then, after the season coming up, that starts like in like 3 weeks, right? When like the season's over. Dude, the free agents, Rudy Gobert's a free agent. Kawhi's got a player option. He could be a free agent. Paul George could be a free agent. I think isn't Giannis going to be a free agent too? So it's like, I think this year it'll be like a trial and error. I think they'll make the playoffs, right? Not go very far. See how Kyle Lowry is. They'll see how Fred VanVleet's doing with his new contract. They'll see how Pascal's doing, if he can rebound from the bubble, right? I think they'll do a trial and error here, test out new players, the guys that they just drafted, see where the team is after the season, and then see, okay, which big-name free agent should they sign after the 2020 season.
You know what would be really cool? If they can sign Giannis and Kawhi. They can do it. I'm just like, I would love to see that. Like, okay, but you see the Lakers sign AD and LeBron. Like, if you see that with AD's max contract and signing LeBron for 2 years, you could do the same. If I were them, I'd try and lock up Giannis for like 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Because he's still young, right? Mm-hmm. He's young. He's like 23 or 4. So if he's there for 5 years until he's like 29, they're sure bound to get a championship. And if they leave the team the same, or maybe honestly get Paul George as well. Maybe you could.
Yeah, maybe.
Like if anything's possible because the NBA has so much money and all the teams have so much money to sign.
And Masai Ujiri's there, so anything is possible.
Like he likes
and Bobby
Giannis. Masai Ujiri really likes Giannis, so I can.
And Bobby Webster, so
exactly. So you know what?
Anything can happen.
It's a possibility. Like I swear, every NBA team is loaded because that LeBron and AD re-signings prove to me that anyone like the Raptors can have Kawhi and Giannis.
They could. I would love that.
For real. I'm not gonna doubt that at all.
Yeah, but like I'm talking about like the season coming up.
This year it's like they looked better this season than they will this next season. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Because you got rid of your two best centers too, Gasol and Ibaka. Like, come on.
Yeah, but then you replace them with like Baines and Len. Decent,
like,
I guess.
I'm telling you, it's kind of for me. It's a downgrade.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this year is going to be a trial and error. Make the playoffs, see how far you go, and then next year, free agency hits. That's when you sign players. That's how it's going to be. I can already tell. Because there's no way they're going to win a championship. I'm sorry. There's like I named like 5 better teams that are like might be considered like super teams on paper when they are on the court. Like, look at like the Raptors are like middling team.
I'll say this right now. I'm gonna go Bucks, Nets, Celtics, Sixers. It's another team.
I know. I kind of think the Raptors are better than the Sixers because the Sixers don't impress me still. the 76ers always let me down like any way possible. So I'll still take the Raptors.
It's tough. Hang on a second. I had a list here.
Yeah.
Of what I could see it being next year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, right here. I could see it being Bucks, Nets, Celtics, Sixers or Raps for 4th. Mm-hmm. Sixers or Raps for 5th. So I feel like one of those two teams are going to be 4th and 5th.
Yeah.
The 6th could be the Pacers.
Okay.
Maybe. The 7th the Hawks. And the 8th could be the Orlando Magic or Wizards. Yeah. Or Wizards. The Wizards.
No, I would still take Orlando. The Wizards.
It could I'm just saying it could be a battle between those two teams.
Yeah, it could be.
I don't see Chicago. I don't see Charlotte either. I don't see Charlotte making it.
The Cavs no. The Knicks no. The Pistons no.
Because of this, because they have Westbrook now, the Wizards they have. We'll get into that in a minute.
Yeah, we will.
Because of what they've done, like Bradley Beal and Westbrook now, could be very
deadly. It's gonna be very deadly. Should we get into that trade right now since we're already talking about it?
Since we're already talking, since we're on that topic, I guess we'll go into the next one. So Russell Westbrook was traded from the Houston Rockets. We knew this was coming for a while. Westbrook, wasn't happy. It wasn't working. For John Wall, and I think it was a pick. Was it a pick? I think it was a pick, right?
It was, John Wall in the first-round pick. Yeah, unprotected.
Yeah, so I feel like the Wizards did really well with that trade. The Rockets did really well with that trade. Who would you say won, though? That's the thing.
I don't know, because, I would still take Westbrook over John Wall, right now, because John Wall hasn't played in 2 years. But I can't really say who won the trade, because, look, for the Wizards' standpoint, right, you give up a first, okay, it's fine. But then you get Russell Westbrook, right, to play with Bradley Beal out there, right? Point guard, shooting guard. They got Davis Bertans out there who could shoot. They got Rui Hachimura, who's there. So it's the team's decent. It's nothing great. But when you look at the Rockets now, this is another superstar that Harden has gotten, okay? He's gotten Chris Paul. That did not work out. He's gotten Russell Westbrook. That did not work out. He's got to
you know what? If this season's not successful for the Rockets, if they don't make at least the conference final, in my opinion, if they don't make the conference final, then I don't think any star player or any secondary player can play with Westbrook or play with Harden. Sorry, because it's not working. It's not working.
They've brought in 3 superstars.
But they brought second tier stars, right? And if you think about it,
Westbrook, triple-double.
I know think about it. Up tier 1 could be Giannis, LeBron, Harden, Kawhi, Embiid, those guys, right? Tier 2, Westbrook, Simmons, PG, Chris Paul, right?
Okay. Chris Middleton, maybe.
Yeah. Harden has. I don't know. It's hard for. I don't know if Harden's a great teammate to play with because it's. If he has if he doesn't have one of those duos like other people do, the chemistry is not great because Harden does not pass the ball.
Yeah.
So it's I'm not surprised that it's like this now.
Yeah.
Maybe if they get a superstar I could see maybe Kawhi or someone someone on his caliber level goes to the Rockets and maybe they have a better season. Maybe Harden needs to play with someone who's better in order for them to succeed because it doesn't look like Harden, that team with Harden is going anywhere because he doesn't pass the ball. He just shoots threes. That's it. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. But this has to work. They're look, this is the 3rd attempt now that they've gotten a star. Okay, John Wall. Now he has not played, but this has to work. Sure, they got a first round pick, right? NBA releases first half of schedule. Raptors tip off against Pelicans. Oh, breaking news. NBA releases first half of the schedule. Raptors play the Pelicans. Wow. Okay.
When's their first game?
It didn't really say here. It just says NBA releases the first half of the schedule. So Raptors, Pelicans, tip off. That'll be Raptors' first game. Breaking news right now. But back to what I was saying. The Rockets, they're a playoff team. If John Wall is healthy, they got Christian Wood, who was a beast for Detroit, right, last year. They got DeMarcus Cousins out there. They got PJ Tucker, who can actually play in a small forward role. They got John Wall out there, right? They got not Robert Covington not there anymore, and they got Hurt. That's a strong starting 5.
Now their bench though. What do you think? What's their bench looking?
I think their bench is not great, but I still
feel
think
like they would have to rely
they're
on
better
the
than the
starting
Suns.
five.
I think that they're better than the Suns right now, still, because the Suns don't impress me at all. Still, like they just haven't. But I think the Rockets, right? This has to work. If this does not work, I don't know what else they can do. They might have to just trade Harden. This does not work because this is the third attempt.
Trade
now.
Harden and rebuild.
Yeah, like they have to because Harden has not brought them anything. It doesn't work. Westbrook, no. Chris Paul, no. With Clint Capella, no.
Again, if Harden becomes more of a playmaker player, then you know what? Because it's not his style, but
he didn't even win anything in Oklahoma with Durant and Westbrook. Remember that they played together in Oklahoma.
That team was like scary good at one point.
Yeah. So I don't know. It might be just him. Like do you trade him if this doesn't work? Which I hope it does. I hope it works out because I want to see people. Like, I want to see other teams win. You know, like gotta respect the game. But like I hope it works out. But I like sure they're a playoff team, but it has to. Like there's nothing else to say.
Yeah. Let's move on to the Wizards side. They got Westbrook out of it. They got rid of a first round pick. I mean, Westbrook, honestly, I feel like he's gonna have better chemistry with Bradley Beal than he did with Harden, in my opinion. That team's that team, I could honestly see them being like they could make the playoffs. I wouldn't be surprised. Like if they come, it's gonna be a battle for eighth. Like it's
I don't know.
For real though, I don't know. They have Bradley.
I don't see them making the playoffs. I don't.
Who else do they got? Who's their starting five? You would say
it was Bertans, Rui Hachimura. They got Bradley Beal, Westbrook. I don't know who their center is. Who's their center? Gortat? Isn't it Gortat? I don't even know. Hold on. Washington. Washington Wizards. I don't even know. Like.
I mean, I feel like they're gonna improve this year.
They'll improve, but I don't see them making.
They could, they could. The Magic have done absolutely nothing. Like they've done nothing in this free agency period. They've done absolutely nothing.
Oh, they got Robin Lopez. They got Moritz Wagner.
Robin Lopez is not even on the Bucks anymore.
Yeah, Shabazz Napier.
It's not even a bad team.
Still
Like I could really see them taking eighth, bro.
Nah.
It's a possibility. It's a possibility.
It is a possibility, but I don't see it. I don't see it. The Washington Wizards. Like who's scared of the Washington Wizards? like let's be honest. Like when you see the Washington Wizards on your calendar, right? Like let's say you're the Raptors, right? And you play the Wizards, you're like, oh, okay, that's a win. Like it's the Wizards. Like Washington Wizards. Like who cares? You know, like they're irrelevant anyways. Like when are they ever gonna win? Like let's be honest. Like,
let's go to our another topic here. Probably one more, couple more. We got all the Ball brothers are now in the NBA.
In the NBA.
LiAngelo signs a deal with the Detroit Pistons out of all teams. Detroit Pistons.
Detroit.
Lavar Ball has succeeded, and now he has he's got all of his sons in the NBA. Now he just has to try and beat Michael Jordan in a 1v1.
It might happen. They might actually 1v1
but yeah, is LiAngelo? I haven't really. No one really talks about LiAngelo Ball.
No, because I remember he had that stealing thing in China. He went to prison and stuff.
Yeah, but everyone's talking about like LaMelo now coming into the league. So. Is LiAngelo a good player? I don't know.
So. Well, he signed a contract, so
if he signed an NBA contract, we'll see how it looks. But that the Pistons have nobody. Don't they have Derrick Rose still?
No.
Who do they have?
Do they?
Who do they have?
Do they have Derrick Rose? I'm like, dude, they sound like.
Don't they have Blake Griffin too? Don't they have Blake Griffin?
They do have Griffin. Dude, they got so many centers this offseason. Okay, look. So they got Derrick Rose, okay. They got
McGee, right?
No, JaVale got traded to the Cavs. So they got Derrick Rose, Blake Griffin, who can't stay healthy, Sekou Doumbouya, who they drafted. They traded what's his name? He got traded to the Clippers. What's his name? I forget his name. But yeah, he was a decent player. They got DeLon Wright, former Raptor. They got Trevor Ariza. Okay, he isn't great.
And now LiAngelo Ball. So
Jahlil Okafor. They got Killian Hayes in the draft.
It's not a great team.
They're not making the playoffs, but like, you know.
But yeah, you know what? LaVar succeeded. Now did he play in the NBA? I don't think so.
I don't think so. No.
Because there's never really anything about.
Yeah. No, I don't think so.
All right, so we're gonna go to our final topic of the video. The NBA actually is just suspended marijuana testing for NBA players. These guys are gonna have some fun.
So Flight Reacts might make it to the NBA.
Flight Reacts could make it to the NBA. Shout out to Flight. This guy's training with R2 as well.
Yeah, I saw that yesterday.
This guy could be making the NBA because of this.
Maybe he gets drafted next year, bro. Maybe he gets drafted.
I heard 48 NBA players in the last week tested positive.
Yeah, they did test positive.
But I think they're still gonna go through with the season.
Yeah, I know.
For me, it's a little too early. But back to what we were saying earlier, Snoop Dogg, you better be a commentator.
Oh yes.
Especially after that Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones performance. Better see him commentate in future sporting events. Maybe I remember he was commentating for the LA Kings as well.
Dude, maybe he should just be a commentator, like right now, like a full-time commentator.
I know. He can commentate boxing.
Yeah, he can commentate anything.
NBA, NHL, it's fantastic. But I mean, the marijuana testing doesn't really affect.
I guess it makes sense. I guess it makes sense because, the pandemic. So, maybe the athletes are taking it easy. Maybe they're stressed, so they're smoking the marijuana.
It's legal in Cali, so if you're playing in California, it's fine.
That Cali gas.
Cali gas, according to Smoke Perp. Yeah. But,
yeah.
So it's okay. It's all right what they're doing. I can't wait for the season to start, and it'll start in 20 what?
December 22nd.
18 days actually, right? 18 days. Wow. Very soon. Raptors tip off soon. Stay tuned for that.
Yes, Pelicans.
Yes, Pelicans. So we'll see that. We'll see you guys. We'll see. I guess that's it. We're gonna wrap up the video today. We'll see you guys on Monday. Actually.
Monday. Yeah.
Probably have some more news. Maybe make it a video. You'll see a video. How about that?
You'll see a
video. I don't know what it's gonna be. You're just gonna see our faces.
You'll just see us talk.
And if you're wondering if we're gonna upload during Christmas break, I don't know. Probably.
We're not sure.
Christmas Day is a Friday, and that's when we upload.
We might just upload maybe Thursday.
Maybe Thursday or Saturday.
Yeah. Oh yeah, or Saturday too, maybe.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys on Monday. Take care and peace, guys.
Peace.